What's up, guys? Welcome back here. Today I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be doing my mid-season NBA awards. Talk in the comments if you agree or disagree. I'm going to be doing every award. I'm going to be saying who I think will win it if the season ends today, who I think are the two guys right behind them, and a dark horse for each award. But if you enjoy, make sure to drop a like, comment down below any new videos you want me to do. Don't subscribe to the channel at 87 right now, which is incredible. Trying to hit 100 soon though, but now let's get started. But before we start with the regular awards, I want to do one special award that I made called the Acquisition of the Year to give love to my boy Chris Paul, who's leading the Suns to a 24-11 record with Devin Booker. A lot of teams might seem to be just a regular playoff team, maybe a first or second round run, but he's led them to a 24-11 record in the second seed in the West, averaging 16 points, around 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. And he's doing this when he just got traded for like Oubre, Rubio, and a first round pick or something like that. And the impact he's able to have on so many teams is just incredible. I have to give some love to him. But now let's start with the regular awards, which we're going to start with Coach of the Year. I got to give love to my boy Quinn Snyder of the Utah Jazz, as currently they are 27-9, have the best record in the league, and he gets a lot of praise for it. Mitchell has shown some inconsistencies, but he's able to be a star, averaging around 24 points. Then you have Rudy Gobert, Royce O'Neal, Jordan Clarkson, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Mike Conley, even George Niang sometimes, and Derek Favors. They're able to produce super well. Whenever Mitchell's not clicking, you got all these role players putting in the work to help out Mitchell to still find a way to get dubs. And Quinn Snyder's systems has just been working to where even if Mitchell isn't cooking, you have so many other guys to give it the ball to who find a way to be cooking, whether it's Georgeson or Royce O'Neal. They'll find a way to catch and shoot threes. Rudy Gobert on lobs and dunks and rebounds and blocks. Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson and Bogdan Bogdanovic finding ways to cook. Just the way that this offense has been flowing has been so well, and the ball movement you can see is just crazy too. I feel like Quinn Snyder deserves some respect for that. And my two notables right behind him would be Doc Rivers, leading the Sixers to the 1 seed in the East, and Monty Williams, who's helped lead the Suns to the 2 seed in the West, both doing amazing jobs with some new acquisitions added on their roster. And my dark horse has to be Tom Thibodeau, because who expected the Knicks to be a playoff team, more or less the 5 seed in the East? That's some great work right there. I get you're playing Randle like 40 minutes a game, but the fact that they're able to do that is just very incredible. Next up, we're going to have Most Improved Player, and my pick for the mid-season Most Improved Player would go to Jeremy Grant of the Detroit Pistons. And yes, I get they're like one of the worst teams in the league, but the way Jeremy Grant was able to just transfer from a role player to almost a borderline all-star type player was just incredible. He went from averaging 12 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.7 steals, and 0.8 blocks on 59.1 true shooting to 23.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1.1 blocks, shooting 43, 36, 89 splits. That's honestly incredible. And I get Detroit has been bad, but you can just see how much Jeremy Grant is more comfortable taking the ball, making a play on his own. And you saw flashes of that in the playoffs, but you didn't think he'd be able to continue that to be worth that $20 million a year that Detroit gave him. But he's proved to continue that. And as Detroit takes, I see Jeremy Grant just getting better and better. Even though he's already like 26, I still see a little bit more growth in him, and he's able to help Detroit. And then once they get all those young studs from drafts, plus Killian Hayes back, maybe they can have a really nice future. I got to give my two notables out to Christian Wood and Julius Randle. Christian Wood would make a case for possibly winning this, but because of his injury, I have to take him out. And Julius Randle, he became an all-star. As some people think that Julius Randle been like this, but like his first year in New York, you could just see that he was just like a ball stopper. Like whenever he would get the ball, just be a complete ISO, and it would just ruin the ball movement. But now you see Randle being more of a facilitator, and it's just improved the Knicks game and his game so much. And then my dark horse would have to go to Jaylen Brown. He's been slept on some Most Improved Player list, as he's now averaging 24.7 points, 5.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists. And his points is up from last year, and he's also shooting better from the field and from the three, along with the free throw line. The next award I'll be talking about is my 6th Man of the Year mid-season award winner, and this has no competition. It's easily Jordan Clarkson. being on the first seed in the West and the best record in the league. He's averaging 17.9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2.3 assists, shooting 44.7% from the field, 37% from the three, and 96.7% from the line, which is just incredible. This man has been just an automatic bucket. I didn't think he'd be able to continue this production. I knew he was a bucket, but not this type of bucket to where he's the clear sixth man of the year. And he's just impacted the Utah Jazz so much. He's helped them to the 1 seed. And just the way when Mitchell isn't clicking, you know he's going to be clicking. And I haven't really seen like a game where he's shot like really, really inefficient. Because like, I think last game he shot like 4 for 11 or something like that. But usually he's always just clicking. It's just so weird. Like, whenever I watch him play, it's just like, I know it's going to go in. It's just so weird to feel. But this man is just an absolute bucket, and a lot of teams have struggled to guard him as he's now averaging career high in points and tied his career high in rebounds. He's definitely making his contract look like a steal. And my two notables will have to go to Terrence Ross. He's been a bucket for the Magic, and Chris Boucher, who's been an inside beast and probably the best center on the Raptors this year. And my dark horse for sixth man of the year has to go to Jaylen Brown, as no one really talks about him, but you see how much he sparks the Dallas Mavericks offense. And a lot of people think he could be the third best player in the Mavs, as he's averaging 12.7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 3.4 assists, shooting 50, 40, 85. That's just incredible. But next up, we got my rookie of the year, and I'm going to have to give it to, this is no question, it's LaMelo Ball. I love my boy Tyrese Haliburton, but LaMelo Ball, he's helped the Hornets lead to a lot of victories and a chance at making the playoffs. Definitely the play-in tournament, but maybe even the playoffs. He's currently averaging 15.8 points, 6 rebounds, 6.3 assists, shooting 44.9 from the field, 37.8 from the three, and 80 from the line. But the main thing is that once he got the start, he took over for sure. Once Devontae Graham got benched, he's averaged 20.7 points, 6.2 rebounds, 6.7 assists, shooting 46, 45, 85 splits. That's just incredible. And he's just improved so much. People doubted his consistency from three. He's proved them wrong. People doubted him that he'd be like one of the worst defenders in the league. He's been meh. He's got a lot of steals. He's known a lot of passes. People thought he'd average a lot of turnovers. He's still averaging a lot of turnovers. But that's definitely something you can work on, especially with his high assist rate. You really expect them. And he's getting a lot of triple doubles, and he's leading to a lot of wins. It's just amazing to see. And the league should be scared for how much he could really grow. My nobles have to go to Tyrese Haliburton, who is my guy. I think he could be an absolute beast. And y'all may be mad at this, but I gotta give it to Anthony Edwards. He's been an absolute bucket. But I did want to talk about my dark horse, which was Emmanuel Quickley. As he's been a bucket too, but people want to talk about how Quickley has shot so efficiently. But even though he shot 38% from the three, he's also shooting 39% from the field overall. Anthony Edwards has been an absolute bucket, averaging around 15.4 rebounds and 2.5 assists. That was after such an awful start, as he started off really rough, but he's able to bounce back. He's been a little bit more efficient than he usually has been. And ever since he got the start, he's been getting buckets too, averaging around 16.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. And the main thing is that he's only getting 1.7 turnovers per game, which is something I'm glad you want to see. And Emmanuel Quickley, he's been a good guy off the bench for the Knicks, who I think definitely deserves to start at point guard. But hopefully he continues to develop, because he could be a really nice piece for that squad. Next up, we got the DPOY, and I got to give that boy to Rudy Gobert, as he's been an inside presence for the Utah Jazz, who, like I said, are the 1 seed in the West. He's currently averaging 13.1 rebounds and 2.7 blocks per game, which is just crazy to hear. He's 4th in the league in block percentage, 2nd in the league in defensive rating, only behind Nerlens Noel. He's 1st in the league in defensive win shares. He's also in the top 10 in defensive blocks plus minus. If you don't have this guy as your DPOY, I don't know what you're thinking about. There are some guys who are kind of close, but it clearly has to go to Rudy Gobert, leading the Jazz to the 4th highest defensive rating in the league, and they are also 4th in the league in points allowed per game. My two notables have to go to these two guys, though, Ben Simmons and Miles Turner. Both have been tears, and Ben Simmons has been a steal god, and Turner has been a block god, both anchoring down the defense to help their teams have top defenses in the East. And my dark horse has to go to Mikal Bridges, as he doesn't put up those steals and blocks type of stats, but just the way he's been able to clamp some of the biggest stars I've seen. You gotta watch the game to really know how much of a clamp artist this guy can really be. And even though he's averaging 0.7 steals and 0.9 blocks, he just impacts the game defensively so much. He puts pressure on the ball. He makes it tough for top players in the league to be able to shoot and get what they want easily because they can't. And finally, MVP has to go to the big man, Joel Embiid, as he's been a beast for the 1 seed in the East. And currently he is averaging 30.2 points, 11.6 rebounds, 3.3 assists. And the amazing thing about this is his shooting splits. Taking 18.2 shots a game. He's shooting 52.1 from the field, 41.6 from the three for a big man, and 85.6 from the line. If this big man goes 50, 40, 90, oh my gosh, that's crazy, bro. And the fact that they're able to lead the East, who has not been very good, but still he's able to be the 1 seed in the East, that's honestly really nice to know. 24-12, third best record in the league, only behind the Suns and the Jazz. And the Suns and Jazz don't have anyone that just impacts the way that Joel Embiid does. And it's just crazy to see how much he was able to transform his game to lead this Sixers squad. And my two notables have to go to LeBron James and Damian Lillard. LeBron James has really had to carry the load with AD being out. And whenever you just have Schroeder as your second best player, LeBron James is able to take over and help lead to a lot of wins. Damian Lillard, he's helped the Blazers be a top 4, top 5 seed in the West, putting up crazy numbers as well. And my MVP dark horse, y'all gonna get mad at this, I gotta give it to Luka Doncic, bro. I get there to 18 in the West, but people don't talk about them. People want to talk about Jokic career after 7 and 9 seed, but people just take off Luka because he ain't averaging a 30-point triple-double, leading the Mavs to like the 2 seed. But you take away one losing streak that the Mavs had because everyone was out. But you take that out, the Mavs are 18 and 10. You can't tell me that's not a pretty scary lick. And Luka has been putting up a high workload, averaging 28.6 points, 8.4 rebounds, 9 assists. And the Mavs have been cooking lately. They've been on a roll lately, and that's because they have everyone here. They got KP being able to cook, averaging his 28 a game. DeMar Jr. has been inefficient here and there. Josh Richardson has been too. They haven't picked up defensively, but offensively, Luka Doncic is still able to do Luka magic things. What do you guys think about these awards? Make sure to drop a like, comment down below any videos you want me to do, or your opinions on this video, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out, guys.